Oh, I know this is me. That's like a picture of me. Today I'm better. Could you be suffering from information overload? We're going to tell you how you can go on a digital diet.
Plus, one of the hottest trends of the season, we're showing you how to wear navy.
Oh, my favorite color. And you don't need to spend a lot of money to stay organized. Our decluttering expert, Jill Pollack, is here. Woohoo! She's going to tell you how to get streamlined. Better starts right now.
It's better this way. It's better this way. It's better this way. Today.
Trish, oh no, zoom out. Zoom out. They went the wrong way.
Look at this, she's doing a handstand.
Look now, Trish, look at this coming up on today's show. Look at this little baby. Look at that. That is a Siamese cat. How beautiful is that? Trish, how old is that cat?
She's 9 months. This is Ivory, Go-Go, long legs.
And she's ready for a new home, but there is a very special story behind these Siamese cats, and we're going to have them coming up. But let me tell you something. If you're looking for something special, a special family member, this could be the cat. If not, there's about 20,000 other more of these. No, just kidding. But Trish, thank you. So we're going to talk to you in just a bit, but isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You know, and they get a bad rap. You know why? Because that, we are Siamese, if you please. Do you remember that from Lady and the Tramp? Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, Lady and the Tramp.
Thank you,
Glad
Trish.
someone knows what you're talking about.
No, you know the movie with the spaghetti?
Oh, with the spaghetti,
yeah.
yes.
Well, there's two evil Siamese cats in there, and they give everybody a bad rap.
Oh.
Hello, how are you? Kara is once again ill. She's not feeling well.
I know.
I got a text.
Thanks to you.
She says it's all because of me, so she's taking the day off again. We hope she's feeling better. But we've got something very exciting starting tomorrow, whether she's here or not. It's going to begin. We're going to be giving a lot of stuff away, some really cool stuff.
Yeah, you definitely want to tune in tomorrow. Don't miss it. There's a big announcement.
You're going to like us.
You can also like us on Facebook, and there's going to be more information on there tonight.
Exactly, which I think is absolutely terrific. Hey, I got an email from Tanger Outlets. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I totally bought it. This is a great deal. If you go to their website, they're giving a $50 gift card for $40. That's 20% off right there.
What's the catch?
The catch is nothing. You just sign up. Now there is a $1.50 processing charge, so you're really getting $8.50. So you get $41.50 for $50, and you can have it mailed. It comes in a little envelope with a gift card, and it says you can have it mailed right to your mother's house.
And that's what you're going to do?
Well, that's why I mailed it to my house, because I'm going to actually see my mom on Mother's Day. But if you're not, and if you're across the country, there are Tanger Outlets all across the world, and especially in the United States. Go on. They give you a little box. You can type in a little message to Mom. I wrote, "Dear Mommy, I love you." But, you know, $50 gift card for $41.50, that's my idea of love. You know what I'm saying?
You're getting $8.50 back, right?
Love on a discount. Yes, you get $8.50 right off the bat, and then you go shopping, and I'm sure they're going to be having sales. So it's terrific. Where do you think I got this beautiful sweater that my producer says doesn't fit me?
Why?
That looks all right, right? It looks all right. Yeah, it looks better now, Jamie. I think I filled it out with my man
she says it's too big on you?
She says it's too big.
Oh, stop losing weight.
Well, I'm trying, yeah.
If you would join me in my Cheetos eating at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I gained a little bit. I got on the scale yesterday, 193.2.
It's muscle weight.
But I hadn't gone to the bathroom. That always takes off about 2 pounds. Anyway, we are talking about the gay basketball player. Let's give it up for Jason Collins. He finally came out of the closet. Yeah, you can applaud.
There he is.
There he is.
He came out, and he says in an interview that on ESN, in an article, I believe he said it.
In Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated. And he hopes that this is now going to pave the way for other gay athletes to go ahead and come out.
You know, I'm so sorry. I am the worst at, you know, because I stereotype even other gay people. I'm like, come on, he's not gay. He's 7 feet tall and a basketball player. And, you know, and they're like, of course, I go to my therapist yesterday, and I'm telling him this. He's like, why wouldn't you think he could be gay? And I'm like, because he's 7 feet and he's a basketball player. He's like, what's wrong with you? You're stereotyping your own people. I was like, I know. I don't know what's wrong with me.
And he is the first professional level athlete, like NHL, NFL, NBA to come out.
I want to give a little credence to Martina. Didn't she? Well,
that's not team sports.
Yeah,
not a team sport. Thank you, Haynes.
Tennis?
All right. What about doubles?
No, still not a team sport.
What about, it's not a team sport?
No.
All right, very good. Well, anyway, he came out of the closet, and if you read the article, go get the Sports Illustrated. You could read it online. It is really he's a smart young man, 34 years old. He said he struggled with this his whole life. Now, here's the interesting thing, folks. Everybody says nature, nurture, nature, nurture. Were you born this way? We don't know. Were you raised this way? We don't know. He's got a twin brother. who's 8 minutes older, 8 minutes
And
younger.
straight.
And the brother was completely dumbfounded when Jason came out last year. He said,
Weren't they saying that his aunt, he came out to his aunt, and
she said, "Oh, yeah,
I'm not surprised, I
already
knew.
knew."
And then he came out to his brother, and his brother couldn't believe it.
Right, and his
twin
brother is completely straight, loves women, and they were both raised by the same parents in the same house. They ate the same food.
They shared a womb.
They shared a womb. They both went to the same church, and one went this way, and the other went this way, because it's how you're born. I'm just telling you.
And
now,
he's saying that he's getting more support than he's ever gotten. He's never been happier in his life,
right,
except
for the two that we're going to talk about. Now, this was, I think, a joke. Miami Dolphins wide receiver Mike Wallace, not the dead 60 Minutes correspondent. This is Mike Wallace. This guy, so he puts out on his tweet. You want to read it? Go ahead.
Sure. All the beautiful women in the world, and guys want to mess with other guys. SMH, or shaking my head.
Now, I think he kind of said that in jest. He's like, come on, all these other beautiful...
You never know. You never know.
Well, that's the kind of thing you need to see the person's face.
Right.
You know how things get lost in translation? Like if you say, come on, you guys, all these other beautiful women, and you're messing with guys. And then he probably said, that's okay. But they got him. He wrote back. He said he never meant to say anything wrong. He's like, deep sorry if you offended anybody. It was just a joke. And I really do honestly believe him. The other guy I have a problem with is this Chris Broussard, who is the ESPN anchor, reporter. He go watch the interview. He's his quote, "I'm a Christian. I don't agree with homosexuality. I think it's a sin."
Right, and his outlook on it is he has a coworker who is openly gay, and they get along great. And he's saying that, I don't agree with homosexuality, but I have a coworker that I get along with.
Well, he says
so. His coworker who is gay should then go ahead and get along with people who don't like.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I say. Chris is one of these literalists who takes the Bible at its word. There's no room, from what I understand from watching the interview, and he is saying that the Bible, what the Bible says, is what the Bible says. Well, Chris, the Bible also says you shouldn't shave your facial hair. So you might want to take the goatee off. I'm pretty sure it says it in there, which is why the Hasidic Jews, they let their beards grow. They do adhere to the law. So, we're all sinners, I guess, in some kind of way, right? I know. With facial hair, sleeping with other men.
So
I didn't shave this morning. I'm a sinner. So, there's different interpretations. I don't think that Jesus, is going to come to, he says you're disobeying God. No, I don't think that's it. I don't think I'm disobeying God. As a matter of fact, I think I'm a pretty good person. Right? Audience? Yeah, well,
we love you. We love you.
I'm not just saying mean, but you can't just stop it. Just stop it and keep your stupid opinions to yourself.
Well, that's why, Twitter and Facebook, that's where people go to post their opinions, and we see it firsthand every
this
day.
was on television. He
television.
posted it. So anyway.
In other sports news,
what's going on?
A selfie. Have you? I didn't know what this was.
I've heard of a roofie.
No, that's not what that is.
But not a selfie.
A selfie is when you take a picture of yourself with your cell phone. I didn't know this, but apparently a reporter was Kelly Nash. She's a Tampa Bay Rays reporter. She was at a baseball practice. They were doing batting practice.
Did she come out?
No.
Oh.
And she was standing in the area where she should not have been, because that's where all the fly balls were going.
Right.
And they kept screaming, "Heads up, watch out," and then we have a picture, because this is, look at this. First of all, this is the best selfie ever. Look at the lighting. It's like she had a whole crew with her, helping her with the selfie. But
now, do you think that's real?
I don't know. I don't see.
Doesn't it look like they just threw the baseball in there? I mean, seriously.
Well, if it's real, I don't see how it wouldn't have hit her in the head. And
well, was it coming at her or going by her? Which way was it going?
She says it didn't hit her in the head. She didn't even know it was there until she looked at the picture and realized how close she was.
That's pretty awesome. Well, if it is real, that's incredible. So good for her. Nash, she got a lot of comments on her Twitter page, though, for having that. She was having a ball.
That's very funny.
Poor Catherine Zeta-Jones. I really love her, and and God bless her, because she suffers from bipolar disorder, bringing more attention to mental illness. Apparently, she's checked back into a facility to get some more help. She is, of course, the beautiful wife of Michael Douglas, and she's not going through a good time. So, you know what? If you can, if you're a church-going person out there, say a prayer for this lovely woman. She's just trying to do the best she can, and she's in the public. There's nothing worse than being in the public eye when you have mental health disorders, because it's still taboo. I don't care. 2013, mental health is still still kind of taboo, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So when your personal life gets dragged into the media like this, I'm just like, give her all the support she can get. So God
And she
bless
just
her.
went through this 2 years ago. She had checked into a similar facility. So
I know,
she's
it's
back
just
in
terrible.
treatment.
You know, you feel bipolar disorder is it's everybody probably knows somebody with some type of mental health issue. So let's give her some support. Let's also get on your what is this?
Match.com.
Match.com.
Martha Stewart. Okay, I gave it away. Sorry. Martha Stewart is looking for a date. Apparently, she wasn't able to find one.
Martha Stewart went to Match.com?
I guess so. She's not saying who she is. She's not publicizing that in her profile, but she's on there and she's looking. She says she wants someone to have breakfast with and she wants someone to share a bed with. And she, you know, she's 71 years old and she's looking for all that.
Oh, so she's not on, she's on, but she's not on as Martha Stewart.
Right. Well, she's not
as,
saying who she is.
I
Correct.
see.
Because she doesn't want people to, you know, go out with her for that
I'll
reason.
go out with her for the money. I mean, you know, I'll share the bed with her. I don't want to do anything. But, you
Well, I
know,
don't think she's looking for that.
Oh, you think she's looking for a little
I
bit
think
more?
she's looking for a little
I can get her a
more.
$50 gift card at Tanger for $41.50.
For $41.50.
We can get some Martha Stewart sheets. You know what I'm saying? But good for her for going online.
Yeah, why
Now,
not? A lot of people have had success stories. She says her coworkers have had success stories.
Do you have
So
to
why not?
declare if you're a felon on Match.com?
I'm not sure.
You have to check that box. Convicted
I don't
felon.
think that's on
there. What's the reason? Tax, stock fraud. Oh, don't worry about that. That's a white-collar criminal crime. A white-collar crime, is that what they call it?
She's spent her time. She's paid her.
I've paid my dues. My name is Martha. Anyway, one man says his...
What?
Oh, he lost his life. This is the guy.
This is the stupidest thing ever. This man lost his life savings. What was it? $2,600 or something?
He should have bought a bra. Is what he should have done.
On this banana with dreadlocks. Look at this thing. He was playing a carnival game and he continued to play $2,600 on this thing.
Because he was trying to win what? An Xbox Connect?
Yeah,
But
and
the
instead he
Xbox-
won this thing.
He won a banana with dreadlocks?
Yes.
I don't understand. Who ever made of a banana with dreadlocks? Who's even heard of that?
I mean, it's cute, but not for $2,600.
So $2,600. He thinks that the game was fixed. They took all of his money, but the thing is, you know, and Eric Parker brought this up. You can get an Xbox for less than $2,600.
Right.
So why are you throwing the money into a game when you can just go out? And then the poor kid's got to grow up with this guy.
It's gambling. It's an addiction. He just keeps throwing quarters in, and
Well, I got to
before
be
you
honest
know
with
it,
you. I would pay $2,600 for a banana with dreadlocks. I got to be honest. So it's not such a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
could have spent a little bit of that on a man's ear.
And then this camel. Did you see the camel trying to eat
this
the
is
camel?
so cute.
It's
Look at this.
They were at a drive-by zoo in Missouri. They ran out of treats.
Look,
Yeah.
breakfast.
The camel's like, hey, give me that. Now, they have no upper teeth, so there's really not a whole lot to worry about
Look
here.
at him. He's so lovable.
Look at him.
Look at those eyelashes.
Look at that.
And then they start to drive off, and I don't know if we're going to show, but the camel continues to chase them.
Yeah,
He's
the
like,
guy's like, oh, okay, it's time to get out of here. The camel's like, oh,
No, no,
I'm
no.
going with you.
Take me along. He's so cute.
Look at that. Is that adorable? So keep your windows up if you're in Missouri going through a drive-by
And nobody got
zoo.
hurt during this.
Of course,
though.
nobody got hurt. The kid thought it was hysterical. A student from Hall High School in West Hartford recently went on a trip to China this week, and he was a movie star because he has red hair. Take a look. It's as if they've never seen a person tall with red hair before. He was like an anomaly over there.
And he posted this photo on the website Reddit.
Reddit,
And it has
Jonathan Sussler.
3,500 hits already on that website.
They said that they've never seen anyone that's got red hair. Isn't that amazing? Wow. They're becoming, I've heard that due to genes and stuff, this is a true story, I'm not making this up, I heard that redheads are becoming more of a minority and that their gene pool is kind of dying out and that there's not going to be a whole lot of redheads going
Really?
forward. Yeah, I'm not making this up. This is what I heard.
Well, there's always hair dye.
You can always become a redhead.
You can,
That's
if you
very
want to.
true. All right, we've got a great show for you today. It's too much information. It's too much.
For your brain.
I can't take it anymore. My brain actually hurts at night. Does yours? Well, if you're thinking too hard, we're going to tell you you can go on a digital diet.
Plus, from the runway to our way, we're showing you how to wear navy. Better's back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Martha Stewart, call me. David Ryan Polgar is joining us, and it's the third David Ryan.
It is. Well, I didn't want to go too formal, you know. Better Connecticut.
Scott
but yeah.
William Haney, and this is...
You say it. We forgot.
We
We'll
went
go
with Olessa. Yeah,
No, what
period.
is it?
I think we were going to do
Olessa
after that.
Alexandrovna Stepanova.
Alexandrovna.
Yeah,
That
of
sounds,
course.
You know, that's a lot of information overload.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Hence the topic.
And that's what we're doing today. We're trying to get less overall information.
So tell me, I mean, you can't go out to dinner these days without somebody picking up an iPhone or, you know, breaking news. Somebody's microphone is not doing very well
Is
at
that
all.
mine?
I think it might be yours.
It's one of ours.
Is
Okay.
it yours? So put your hair back.
Okay.
Anyways, you can't go out to dinner, seriously, without kids picking up the iPhone, trying to learn more information. There's breaking news constantly. There's the feed. There's the crawl. There's everything
Twitter.
that's
There's
bombarding
Facebook.
you.
There's
It is
email.
bombarding you.
It's overwhelming.
Well, it's definitely overwhelming, but also, Scott, before I get started, I want to say I like your sweater.
Oh,
you know,
well,
so don't let the
thank
producer
you. I
get you down.
appreciate that. Thank you.
But besides that, it's not just teenagers, right? It's people of all stripes. I mean, maybe it's a little more teenagers, but the other day I was at a nice restaurant. If you go to Brico in West Hartford,
Yeah.
nice restaurant, but in the middle of the restaurant was a mother with her teenage son. She was on her phone the entire time,
See, that's
completely
just
ignoring her
ridiculous.
son,
It's
right? So we can't just blame it solely on the teenagers, but that's the big issue. And really, a lot of what I talk about, I wrote this book called Wisdom in the Age of Twitter, and really what I kind of go over in that is we need to start treating information like we treat food, right? Because think about America over time, how we've become more obese. Well, why have we become obese? Because food is tasty and food is plentiful.
And it's very
Likewise,
plentiful,
information is very plentiful.
All right,
So we've
you
become mentally obese.
We have, yeah, that's the term I like to go with it, because it kind of really explains this idea that we're constantly consuming. So we might forget the keys, we might feel cloudy, you know, scatterbrained, but it's really a scientific term of cognitive overload.
So you can actually put people on a diet.
Yes.
All right, so let's go through it. Take a mental assessment. What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, earlier you were talking about your weight. Well, how do you know if you've gained weight? You go to the gym and you weigh yourself.
Right.
But how do we know if we're mentally obese? There's no way to actually take an assessment. But what I always suggest is taking some type of assessment of our thinking, to actually think about your thinking. When was the last time you actually reflected upon how mentally fit you were? About how, you know, deep your thoughts were, how creative, what was your critical thinking skills. Certainly recommend that, because a lot of times people say, well, you know what, I do feel like I kind of have cobwebs up there, and that's what we're trying to do, is remove those cobwebs.
Now,
Okay.
consume less overall information. Can you do that and still keep up with everybody else who's taking in all this information?
Actually, it's kind of counterintuitive, but you would keep up more, because since you're so overwhelmed, what happens when you're overwhelmed, right? You mentally shut down. There's so much. I mean, think about your email accounts. How much email do you have to go back to? After we're done with the show, you're going to go back to your maybe 2, 3, 4 email accounts. You're going to have thousands of emails.
So
right?
do you suggest setting a certain time per day and a certain amount of time per day just to deal with the emails, and then that's it?
Definitely.
You should get
Yeah,
shut down.
yeah. So you're not constantly on that, because if you're constantly checking and responding to emails, you're stuck at this information stage.
I'm guilty
Well,
of
because Scott, really what it kind of goes to is this idea that we think we need to constantly be available. But
Right.
have you
We don't
taken
really.
a vacation recently where you actually were completely detached?
Well, I went on vacation with her, so
yes.
there was no
Okay.
choice.
We were not detached from each other, but we actually did have to, because we were
Well,
in another country.
they turned
so-
our phones off,
Yeah.
which was good.
See? And that's the big thing right now, is that a lot of times we need to force ourselves.
Right.
Because if left to our own devices, pun intended, right, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be information
All
overload.
right, we have two. We're
Sure.
almost out of time. Consume better information. What does that mean? Where do you get better information?
Well, all information is not created equal, like food. There's a difference between eating
Junk
broccoli
food
and junk
right,
food,
okay.
right? So Facebook is great, but at the same time, reading a book is going to be a little different, because you're going to have more time to reflect upon that just
Okay.
naturally.
Digital digestion through reflection.
Because normally what we do is we go from data to information to knowledge to wisdom, right? That's the whole spectrum. But right now, because of this constant, tweet and Facebook updates, we're stuck at this information stage. We need to occasionally shut off this fire hose of information and actually digest it, because that's going to get to a deeper level of thinking, which is important nowadays, right? You need that level of creativity and critical
absolutely.
thinking.
And something I'm trying to get you to do.
Hey,
Sure.
plenty
Well,
of
it's hard,
mental
though.
exercise. I have to do
Mental
this every day,
exercise.
all day when I'm next to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of times with mental exercise, one of the easiest ways is to really just have a legitimate conversation, a debate. Find somebody. You were talking about the basketball player who just came out. actually go and have a debate, maybe with somebody you disagree with. I know it's not going to be easy, but at the same time, you start stretching those mental muscles, and then everybody afterwards says, wow, you know, that feels good.
The name of the book?
Wisdom in the Age of Twitter.
Wisdom in the Age of Twitter. His name is David Ryan Polgar, right here from West Hartford. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, Better Style. You got this.
Yeah, Debbie Wright. This week we're going to incorporate navy into your wardrobe. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
In this week's Better Style, we're showing you how to wear the latest staple of the season. Our Better Stylist, Debbie Wright, says navy is the new black. She's showing us how to wear it for any occasion. Take a look.
We're here at Jerry James in Somerset Square in Glastonbury, and we're talking about the trend navy. Navy is a classic. It can be preppy. It actually is the new black for the spring and the summer because it's much softer. It's just a nicer new foundation piece for the 2 seasons that we're about to enter.
And who says navy has to be subdued? Try a sequin tank top to sparkle this spring.
I love this because it can work underneath as a layering piece with a lot of the sheers that you're seeing out there, or worn by itself. It can be dressed up, it can be dressed down. This is a great navy skirt. It actually is a mini skirt with the sheer overlay. And again, what I love about this is that you can dress it up or dress it down. You can wear it with heels or flats. You can dress it down with a t-shirt, but it's very, very versatile.
Stripes are big too, especially when they're that midnight blue.
This other navy stripe has a little bit of the silver lurex through it. So again, it's a tank top that can be dressed up or dressed down. It's worn over the sheer tank top with just a nice pair of navy pants.
Try making a navy dress your spring staple for parties or the office.
Just such a nice, refreshing outfit. Rather than having that little black dress in the closet for the spring and the summer, this is a great alternative. It's a great little evening look for the season and also very comfortable. It's just a tank top. It's one piece. You've got the little glitter there. You can dress it up with a heel.
And now, navy 2 ways.
What I love about these 2 pieces, this is actually a skirt and a tank top. I love the sheer aspect to the tank and the asymmetrical hemline. This looks great back with a nice straight skirt like we're seeing here. And again, the sequins just dress it up a little bit. But these 2 pieces are also very versatile. And the tank you can wear back with very skinny jeans or white pants. So you can get a lot of use out of both of these pieces. And it can really work for you all summer and all spring long.
We found those looks at Jerry James in Glastonbury, and you can too. Scott?
All right, thanks. We appreciate it. Hey, Will K. Wilkins is here. Will Wilkins. That's why you go with the K.
That's right. The K is important. So you can say it.
So you can say it. The Director of Real Artways, and we have Ken Kahn. Now, Ken, your title, your role is?
I'm a consultant to the Albert Weinberg Trust.
Now, tell us about this artist. He passed away in 1991. He was an incredible sculptor.
Yes, and he was one of the few, if only American, to win 2 Prix de Rome. He spent 20 years of his life in Rome, but much of his time in Hartford, and he taught at Boston University. He's a Yale alum, and he's widely collected throughout the United States and the world, and is in many museums, including the Wadsworth Atheneum.
I don't know of too many places where you can actually go to buy one of these pieces of sculptures, but if you come to Real Artways before May 5th, you're going to get an opportunity.
That's right. We've got 37 pieces altogether in the exhibition, and it's all themed around his work having to do with animals. So there are a number of sculptures of dogs and cats.
Let's take a look at this one first. This one is just, it's stunning. And his medium was, you said...
In this case, it's resin. He did a number of pieces, large pieces in resin, some smaller pieces in resin too, and it's relatively lightweight. It looks like it's massively heavy, but not. And it's called Mutation, and it has to do with a dog mutating, part human, part dog.
Like everyone else in my family.
Like everyone in everyone's family.
Their bark is worse than their bite, as I like to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, something like this would cost a pretty good amount of money.
Yeah, it might be in the thousands, yes.
But for Mother's Day, if she wants this, you know, she's your mother, get it for her, you know what I'm saying? Well, this one is a cat, which is my favorite. I don't know if we can get a close-up of this.
It's called Cat Cookie.
Cat, what is it called?
Cat Cookie.
Cat Cookie?
Yeah, that's his name for it.
Isn't that great? Isn't that beautiful? And this is...
bronze.
Bronze. And it's something like this would go for?
About $1,200.
Now, keep in mind that part of the proceeds are going to go to benefit Real Artways. And
50% of it.
50% goes to benefit your local gallery, and then 50% goes back to the trust.
Correct.
And then we have, finally, this one right here. This is something. What is this?
It's a dog biting a chair, and that is a bronze, and that's about $1,200 or $1,500 as well.
Now, if you had a cat scratching a chair, then you could come into my house and see real life things.
Yeah.
I think we also have some other. Do we have some photos, Jamie? I think we do. From some more of the exhibits. This is
A wavy cat.
Wavy cat. He did a lot. It's all animals. Everything is based on animals.
In this show, it's animals.
In this show, but he did do other work.
Oh, many other things, yes.
And oh, that's spectacular as well.
Yeah, that's a dog, and that's reminiscent of the artist Alberto Giacometti at the time in the 50s and the 60s. They showed together, and they appeared and showed together about animal art. Both
something happened to that dog. He's gone to pieces.
Yes, he's gone to pieces.
Rough day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And okay, so if you want to check it out, it's at Real Artways, which is right in Hartford.
Right in Hartford on Aubrey Street, 56 Aubrey Street. We got a website. You can check it out there. And it's through Sunday, and we'll be selling this work through Sunday.
And is there an admission fee to get into the gallery?
No, it's absolutely free.
So even if you just want to browse, go and check it out right now through May 5th. Great place. Go this weekend or this week and check it out. Thank you, guys. And again, the artist is Albert Weinberg. Quite an accomplished sculpture. So thank you for bringing some wonderful art to Connecticut. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you,
Nice to
Scott.
see you, Will. Nice to see you, Ken.
Good seeing
Pleasure.
you.
All right, take it away, Olessa.
Thank you, Scott. A rescue group whose mission is finding forever homes for Siamese cats like Dee Dee here. They're next, and they brought some of their furry friends. We'll be right back.
This one's not happening.
This is my Great Scott segment, and I have Trish Manfredi and it's Shireen Pagels. Is that correct? Yep. We are talking about a wonderful organization, and I don't know if you can see these beautiful. This is a good little cat over here. This is the one we showed at the top of the show. Tell me, these are all Siamese cats, right?
Yes, they are.
And these are beautiful cats. Trish is going to have an absolute heart attack because this cat she thinks is going to go somewhere. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
So,
she wants to explore. That's Ivory Go-Go Longlegs.
okay.
And she's 9 months old, and she came from New Hampshire because she'd been turned into the shelter twice for inappropriate urination.
Aww.
And she had a urinary tract infection.
I've been accused of that before myself, and I got a home, so there's no excuse. All right, now I want to talk specifically about the organization per se, and you know, while we have the individual cats, talk to me about this organization.
All right, this is an organization of primarily volunteers. There are 5 Siamese rescue centers around the country. We're associated with the one based in Virginia. We serve the whole East Coast, and most of our cats are in private foster homes, and we're always looking for volunteers. It's a shelter in Virginia that's licensed by the Commonwealth of Virginia. We follow all state regulations, and our kitties come from strays. Dee Dee, that is our personal kitty, but she was a rescue. She came from a hoarding situation here in Connecticut. And Sharon, you want to tell about Pie?
Moon Pie was found on the streets of Worcester, Mass. with a harness embedded in its skin.
A harness embedded in its body. We're not going to show you the before photos because we have them. We've seen them. We don't want to look at them. It's terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty graphic.
But now we just celebrated a milestone. 20,000 cats. Siamese cats have been adopted out of this organization.
Right, out of the 5 around the country in about 12 years. And the Virginia Center that we're associated with on the East Coast has rescued over 8,000 in that time period.
Now, do Siamese cats get along with regular cats?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
And they're very, very resilient. You would think that after some of the trauma that they've been through, that they would be scared cats, but they're not. They're very, very resilient. And
again, 90% of the cats through this organization are in foster homes across the nation.
Yes.
And that's because these cats don't do well in shelters. So, you know, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So how do people find the cats that they can look at? Like if somebody in Connecticut were interested in getting a Siamese cat, where do they go?
We have a website, va.siameserescue.org, and they're all up on the website with a complete bio. And you can look at them, you can correspond with the foster parent.
Now, obviously, we can say Siamese cats are just as playful as regular cats.
Oh, definitely. And sometimes, and I want to cover their ears, but sometimes they're considered dog-like.
They're dog-like.
Because they will follow you around, they bond with their people. They're just...
And they're stunning, absolutely gorgeous creatures, aren't they? Yeah. All right, so this one, again, is how old?
He's about two.
Is he
and a
up for
half.
adoption?
Oh no, he's mine.
He's yours. This one's not up for adoption?
No, she.
But long-haired moon pie over here. What's the name of the cat again?
This is Ivory Go-Go Longlegs.
Ivory Go-Go Longlegs. He certainly does.
She.
Oh, she. Pardon me. She needs a good home, and look at this little rambunctious kitty. That's a good cat right there. Look at those eyes. Aren't they amazing? All right, so if you're interested, once again, throw out that website.
va.siameserescue.org.
And we're going to put it on our website.
We appreciate that.
Look at this little good kitty. You're a good kitty. I wanted you to come home with me, but otherwise I'd have 4 cats and then I'd be kicked out by them.
All right, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
Scott.
And we so much appreciate you guys, Trish and Shireen. Check them out. They're a great organization. Take it away, Olessa.
All right, up next, Jill Pollock showing us easy ways to organize around the house. Stay with us. Better Connecticut back in 2 minutes.
Jill Pollock. Now, Jill is so popular, organizational expert. She's got her own show, but you have to be in Canada to watch it, which is really
huge
angry.
in Saskatchewan.
Can I go online and watch your episodes?
Yeah, I think so. There's a firewall when the show airs, but I think now one can.
And now we can watch season 1, and season 2 is coming
season
up.
2 comes up in June.
You're an incredible organizer.
Organizator.
Do you have organizity?
I do have anxiety. Yes, I do.
Okay, well, this is
Does,
perfect.
because he's got OCD really bad.
All right, well, then this will be good. I'm going to feed right into your
let's
thing.
go.
Okay, so now what we're doing here is unusual organizational solutions. Now, you don't have to be an organizer to think out of the box. You know, or I'm going to just say, doctors use off-label things all the time. I'm just going to say that Botox was invented for headaches.
Oh.
But it has other good uses. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
look at me, look at him.
Not looking. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So this is what I'm doing here. It's not Botox, but. Okay, look. This is a paper towel holder, correct?
Yes,
I love this.
Smart for paper towels, but also for your bangles.
Because you have to see my jewelry. It's everywhere. There's no organization whatsoever.
Well, then it's a cheap way to organize your stuff.
And you can pick these up in TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You can get these.
Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, whatever.
And I'm telling you, studio audience and people at home, if you go into my bedroom, you will see all of my bangles on a towel rack holder. I'm not kidding. Every one of them.
Me.
Okay, but listen, you have to think spaces. Okay, this is an empty paper towel holder. Speaking of paper towels, it is a great way to store bags, because you just had kitties, but there's dogs or a diaper bag.
I love that idea. I'm not kidding, because all my bags are in one big drawer, and I open it up and I go.
I also have to say that this itself makes a great dog toy. This is my dog's favorite thing on the planet.
There you go.
So if you're trying to recycle.
That's a good way to do it.
Okay, see? Thinking outside the box.
I love that, though, the paper bag hold, the plastic bag hold.
Right, you could take that one home with you. All right, now, this looks like a simple paper clip holder, but bobby pins, because it's magnetized, you could just pull up your bobby pins, and that way you're not rifling through. And bobby pins, hot for summer hair. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to put their hair up.
I actually, because my underwear was too big, I actually have it bobby pinned in the back, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, there you go. That's nice.
I'm sorry.
That's
Go
nice.
ahead. Yes.
That's TMI.
TMI.
Listen, this is a cookie jar, but you know what? This is out of my personal collection. Cotton balls.
Love this
Is that
idea,
not
too.
fun?
Yeah, that's fun.
And you know what else? There's a little added extra thing. Every time you take it off and put it back on, it almost feels like you're eating a cookie. You got that Pavlovian thing of like, cookie. But then it's much less caloric, unless you want to be a model and eat the cotton balls, because apparently they eat tissues. But you get that feeling. Didn't you read about how the model's eating tissues?
No, I didn't read about that.
Okay, so now, yeah, it's a whole nother thing. So now you go to the hotel and you feel compelled to take the shampoo and the conditioner and everything. Ridiculous, because that's not your brand, right? What I will tell you to take are the shower caps. You don't want to know why?
Only things left.
But because they're perfect packing things, you just put it around your shoes, and then you can put your shoes in your thing like that.
Right, because I don't know why people think that they can just throw their shoes into a piece of luggage. It's touching the other things. Folks, these walk all over the earth. They touch more things that you don't want to come into contact with, and then you're like this in your suitcase.
I usually put them in these.
You know what I mean?
Well, exactly.
That's a great idea.
Right?
I love it.
So because you want to take something, you want it to feel free.
I'm taking the towels, I'm taking the curtain rods, I'm taking everything.
Okay, well, listen, you know bath toys are really a fun thing, of course, but they have these really expensive scooper holders with an elephant head, and you're going to pay $25. Get a regular old colander.
That's beautiful.
Scoop it up. And it also can be, when you're in the tub with your kid, it can be raining.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't realize.
Yes.
Scott's house and get all this.
Actually, those are my toys.
I know.
Put them back.
Those are cute. I know you love that Aquaman. All right.
I love this idea, Joe. This
Okay,
is
so
phenomenal.
this is not to put out in your kitchen counter. People are like, do I file it on my counter? No, it goes in a cabinet, but you know how you're always pulling, yanking? This is a perfect way to kind of file your cookie sheets. Do this.
I'm doing this when I get home, and look, hang on, I'm going to turn it so you can see it's like a middle of
Well, exactly right.
And you put your pans in there, you put your cutting boards in there.
Yes, exactly right. And then they dry nicely, and they're not all stuck together.
That's phenomenal. And the last
Okay,
idea?
so now look, this is a chip and dip Lazy Susan, but when you have to be gorgeous every day, looking as glamorous as you do, having makeup in a makeup bag, but this is great. You could spin it. You could also put crafts in there. If you're a crafty person, you could put, you know, different crafty in the selection and just spin it and use it. It's not just for chips and dips.
It's just thinking outside the box. You have to see my makeup drawer, by the way. Worse than my jewelry drawer.
Let's do that another time.
Okay.
But this is stuff you already have at home.
Right.
And you could just think, or you're not paying specifically for an organizer. You just have it right there.
And this is why Jill Pollack has her own show. Ladies and gentlemen, Jill Pollack, Master Extraordinaire Organizer. We love you.
Hey, that's my husband.
All right.
Okay,
in the
sorry.
kitchen with Union Street Tavern next.
Better
Ready?
Connecticut's coming right back. Stay
Ready
with
to eat,
me.
Olessa?
Oh, I'm ready to eat all the time.
All right.
Chef Brett Lackenbach and Kevin Farley here from Union Street Tavern, right?
Windsor Locks.
Windsor.
Windsor.
Windsor Center.
I stand corrected. Okay. And you guys, you were on the show about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And same restaurant.
Yes.
How's it doing?
Awesome.
That's great. I love to hear the fact that restaurants is, when a restaurant's there for 4 or 5, how long have you been there?
We're 7th year right now.
Which is great because it has a tradition. You know it's got to have good food. It's got to have a good chef.
What type of food?
American food.
American
Cabin food.
You look like an Alaskan husky.
I got 2 different colored eyes.
You got
so
2
it might
different
be,
colored
yeah.
eyes. You're freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, everyone called me a husky.
No, but did they call you husky?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
No, upstairs. I like that. That's very unique.
Upstairs would be up here. Just saying.
Oh, down upstairs.
Upstairs, all right. Let's go
That's
upstairs.
the fist pump.
That's the
fist
pound.
pump.
The pound.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Anyway,
Moving on.
what are we making today?
The firecracker shrimp.
All right. How do we do this?
We're going to start with a little bit of olive oil. We got a hot pan here.
I'm going to help cook.
Yes.
This I want to see.
Yeah. I'm going to not set the place on fire.
All right, good luck.
And Kevin, what's the fare of the restaurant? Do we have to get dressed up?
We got black and chicken here.
Casual
You can throw
attire.
it in if you want.
Casual attire.
Casual attire.
We're
Yep.
good.
Yep, no problem at all.
Hours, 7 days a week?
7 days a week, open 11 o'clock every day.
Can I borrow those? Oh, thank you.
Ow! No, I'm kidding.
Okay, she just totally scared me.
All right, so we're going to let those cook. We'll turn it up a little.
Yeah, turned it up like to 900 because if you turn it
not
to 900, you'll get 300 on this
So
stove.
what's on this? It's
We
seasoned.
got our blackened seasoning.
Okay.
Yep. And
Is that something special?
yes, I can't tell you. It's
You can't tell.
Oh, okay.
Is this it right here?
Yes. Oh, and then we
Taste
got
it and tell us if you can figure it out.
All right.
a little bit of garlic.
A little bit of garlic?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Let
Sorry.
that just get nice and aromatic so you can start smelling it.
All right. I smell it.
I smell it. It smells good.
All
You
right.
could cook
a little bit
garlic
of salt
alone
and
and I
pepper.
would just be happy.
Okay.
A little swepper.
Yep. And then we throw some white wine in here. Let it deglaze. It gets all the nice bits up from the bottom of the pan so you get all that flavor.
When did you start cooking?
I started in 2007.
Oh, so fairly,
About 6 years. I went to culinary school in Connecticut.
And how was that? Was that a good experience?
It was excellent.
And they
yeah.
taught you...
They taught me everything I needed to know.
Did you do any pastries or no?
Yes.
Okay.
My worst class.
Your worst class. That's why we're cooking shrimp today.
That's why we're cooking shrimp.
That's
we're cooking
beautiful.
good
I've
food.
always wanted to go to culinary
Yep.
school,
Yeah,
just
it's
so I
gotta be
can learn to
fascinating.
do something other than microwave.
It's fun. It was a good time. I had some good chefs. And then now that that's starting to cook down a little, you got a little heavy cream.
A little?
Oh, that's a lot of heavy
that's
cream.
a lot.
That's not that much.
No, that's good.
Oh, you
And
should see how much I use.
That'll burn off. We call it reduction.
Yep.
Not. All right.
Turn
and
it
then
up
we're going
a
to let
little.
that start.
Do you like how I'm helping? I'm very...
Yeah. No, you're going to make sure it doesn't burn. That's
Oh.
perfect.
You're doing
yeah.
an incredible
Yep.
job, Olessa.
I'm really good at standing here.
Yes. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Olessa a nice round of applause.
She's doing very good. She can work with me anytime.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
I just got a new job. I have to go.
And
Sorry.
have you always been in the restaurant business?
30 years in the business.
30 years
So now
in
we
the
just gotta
business.
let it cook down.
That's incredible. Wow. And you must love it.
Love it.
All right, cool. All right, so this is cooking up?
Yep.
How
Cook it
long
up.
do you let this happen?
Until it gets nice and thick. So
Okay.
it takes a couple minutes.
Okay.
It shouldn't be too bad.
All right.
Throw a little more blackened seasoning in here.
Well, we got about a minute left.
Oh, boy.
So
All right.
rush it along.
All right. I mean, after that,
Just pretend.
Pretend.
we'll pretend. You throw a little bit of diced tomatoes in there.
Okay.
You let that stir it up. Make sure it gets all nice and kosher.
Oh, it's a kosher meal?
Oh, no.
For Passover.
Yes, it's for Passover.
Okay. Does this have to be linguine, or can you do any?
You can do any pasta you would like, and then you just want to...
Now, your linguine is
But
pre-cooked
look, you're
there,
making a
right?
mess now. I didn't do it.
Don't worry about it.
I got other people that clean up after me
Oh.
at work, so
That's
it's all
beautiful.
right.
We do too. No.
Is it a big restaurant?
It seats about 130 people.
That's a pretty big restaurant.
Now you just want to keep it in here until it gets warm.
It's an old firehouse?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. I really would. All right, we're going to have to check that out.
Cheese,
All right.
scallions,
Yep. Cheese, it's a Parmesan and cream
or
sauce.
that just goes on top
Yep.
after you're done.
And hang on a minute.
I throw a little in here and then it helps thicken it up.
Alakazam, alakazoo. Brett, what you have done is made a dish for TV too. Oh, look at
There it
that.
is.
How beautiful is
Did you
that?
just come up with that?
I just came up with that.
very
Isn't that clever? So there's the finished product. And again, it's the Union Street Tavern in Windsor.
Yep.
Open 7 days a week starting at 11 o'clock. And what's this dish called if we want to get
The
on the menu?
firecracker shrimp.
Firecracker shrimp. Is this ready? Can we try this?
Yes, you can.
Olessa, grab a piece of firecracker
We got some forks over there if you want to
we
try
don't
some of the
need
pasta.
We eat with fingers.
Oh, good.
Oh, that is very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's delicious.
That's delicious.
All right, you're going to be right back.
Thank
We're
you.
watching Better Connecticut. Stay with us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us on.
Welcome back to Better Connecticut. We're joined now by Roseanne Palazzolo and Adam Clemens from the Linda Clemens Breast Cancer Foundation. Now, you are both here to talk about an event that's actually coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
But first, just tell me about the foundation.
Well, the foundation was started by a group of friends, and what we did was we decided to have a dance one weekend. Let's just have a dance. And we reached out to Adam because we knew that Adam's mom had died from breast cancer, and we knew that he was active in the cancer movement. So we asked him to join us, and we put together a dance, and now it has escalated to about 4 events a year. And in every May, we have our marquee event, which is the Pink Glove Party.
Right. And the Pink Glove Party, the last couple of years, and I have to say, this kind of brought me into the light of how common this is nowadays. Now, the first year that I was involved with the Pink Glove Party, I knew people who had, dealt with breast cancer, but nothing personal. And then the second year, my mom was diagnosed, and she was going through it. And now this third year, I'm bringing my best friend, whose mom is now diagnosed and also going through it. And it just a little bit sheds light on how many people are affected by this. Now, your mom, I know you lost your mom when you were very young.
Yeah, when I was 7 years old, I lost my mother to breast cancer. When I was through high school and after college, I wanted to do something as far as advocacy and raising awareness was concerned. When Roseanne approached me, I was currently doing stuff with another organization, and as she mentioned before, we realized a great success in our first year, so we decided to make it official, and now we are actually a 501c3 not-for-profit, and we pride ourselves in being local and giving back to local Connecticut women.
And tell me about that. Now, you've been able to provide 150 of these care bags.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, what we did, we put together a chemo care bag. So when I went through chemo, there was items that I needed, and when women are starting their treatment, they're not feeling well, they do not want to go shopping. So we decided to make these little care bags for them with some fun items in them as well. And we started contacting the different infusion centers throughout the state. We went down to Smilo. We've been at the Palladino Cancer Center in Meriden. We did Helen and Harry Gray in Hartford. We have also gone over to ECHN in Manchester and also the Hartford Hospital Infusion Center in Wethersfield. So we've given out 150 bags, which is wonderful that we were able to help, but unfortunately it's a sad side to that we have been getting calls asking for more.
More and more every year, that's right. And now there is an event coming up. It's on May 17th.
Yes.
Right.
Tell me about the event.
It's at Casamia at Mount Carmel in East Hartford, and as Roseanne mentioned before, it's our marquee event. It's dinner, it's dancing, it's really a celebration of life. We raise awareness. It's not a somber occasion necessarily.
Right.
It's a great time, and we have just over 300 people at our event each year. So
Are there
really
still
excited.
tickets available?
There are still some tickets available.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Limited.
not many, very limited amounts.
And
so.
the price of the tickets?
$60 a ticket.
Okay. And how can people help? Can people get involved? Can they volunteer?
Sure. We're always looking for volunteers. They can contact us on Facebook or on our website. We'd love the more to help, the better it is, because it's a big undertaking. There's a great need out there, and the more hands-on we can get, the more we'll be able to help people.
Okay, let's just quickly look at some of the items that are in here.
Sure.
And you had experienced this firsthand, so maybe you can give us a little
This
insight.
is a blanket because as you're getting your treatment, the fluids that are traveling through your veins make you cold. And then we also gave them a little hat because you do eventually lose your hair, so if you're just trying to make you feel a little bit warmer.
This is one of my favorite items because
Yeah.
actually when I used to visit my mom in the hospital,
She used to do
She was
this.
big in crosswords and word
My
searches,
mom too.
so,
Now we just
yeah.
have a couple of seconds left. I don't want to rush you guys.
Some lotion, some wipes because you need to be careful about germs. We have a journal to track your travels through your treatment. And
Okay, thank you so much both for
Come
coming.
on over here.
Thank you.
Bring your guests with you.
Come on,
We've
let's
got
go eat.
trays of food. A studio audience ready to eat? Yeah. Come on up, look at this food. Thanks for watching Better. We'll see you tomorrow.